Hello, my friend. Welcome back to the Gentle English Podcast. Today, I want to tell you the story of a cup of coffee. But not just any coffee. A coffee that traveled from a small shop in Seattle to almost every country in the world. A coffee that became not only a drink, but a culture. This is the story of Starbucks. And, as always, this story is not only about business, it is also about you. Because the way Starbucks grew from nothing to everywhere can inspire you on your English journey. So sit back, take a deep breath, and maybe even hold a warm drink in your hand. Let us begin. The story of Starbucks begins in 1971 in Seattle, United States. At that time, 3 men, Jerry Baldwin, Gordon Bowker, and Zev Siegel, decided to open a small shop. But listen carefully, this shop did not sell coffee drinks. It only sold coffee beans and equipment. They wanted to bring high-quality coffee beans to people who usually only drank cheap, weak coffee. Their store was small, simple, and local. The name they chose was Starbucks, inspired by a character in the novel Moby Dick. The logo was a mermaid, a symbol from the sea connecting to Seattle's port city roots. From the very beginning, Starbucks was about quality. Not fast, not cheap, but quality. Think about your English. Maybe your sentences are not fast. Maybe they are not perfect. But if you focus on quality, on clear, correct practice, your English will also grow strong. For more than 10 years, Starbucks was just a small local shop. It had only a few stores. It was not famous. It was not global. Then, in 1982, a young man named Howard Schultz joined the company. Schultz grew up poor in New York. His father was a truck driver. His family often struggled with money. Howard worked hard, studied, and became the first in his family to go to college. When he joined Starbucks, he was a marketing director. But one trip to Italy changed his life. In Italy, Schultz saw coffee bars everywhere. Small cafes where people drank espresso, talked, and connected. Coffee was not just a drink there. It was a community, a culture, a daily ritual. He thought, why not bring this culture to America? Why not make Starbucks a place, not just a product? This was a vision, a big dream. And vision is what turns small things into big things. Your English journey also needs vision. Not just, I want to pass a test, but I want to use English to connect with people, to share stories, to grow. A vision gives you energy. When Schultz returned from Italy, he was excited. He told the Starbucks founders his idea. Let's turn Starbucks into cafes. Places where people can sit, drink, talk, and connect. But the founders said no. They wanted to stay focused on beans and equipment. They thought selling coffee drinks was not their business. For many people, rejection is the end. But for Schultz, rejection was only the beginning. He believed in his vision so much that he decided to create his own coffee shop. In 1985, he opened his own cafe, called Il Giornale. It was inspired directly by the Italian coffee bars. It was warm, welcoming, and social. People loved it. This is a big lesson. Sometimes people will not believe in your dream. Sometimes they will say no. Sometimes they will laugh. But if you believe in your vision, you must keep going. Maybe some people tell you, your English will never be good. Maybe you even tell yourself that. But like Schultz, you must keep going. In 1987, Schultz made a bold move. He bought Starbucks from the original founders. He combined Starbucks with his own cafe, Il Giornale. Now, Starbucks was no longer just a shop selling beans. It became a cafe serving drinks, espresso, cappuccino, latte, coffee that was not just for the home, but for the experience. This was the turning point. Starbucks became a place where people could sit, talk, read, and work. A third place, Not home, not office, but somewhere in between. And from that moment, Starbucks began to grow. This is your English lesson here. Sometimes you need a turning point. Maybe today is that day, the day you say, English is not just for exams. English is for life. English is for connecting. When you see English as part of your daily life, not just study, you grow faster. Through the 1990s and 2000s, Starbucks expanded quickly. From one city to hundreds, from hundreds to thousands, from the United States to the whole world. Starbucks became a symbol of modern culture. People met at Starbucks. People worked at Starbucks. People carried cups with the green logo everywhere. What made Starbucks different was not only the coffee, it was the experience. The friendly baristas, the comfortable chairs, the feeling that Starbucks was your place. Think of your English again. What makes your English powerful is not only the grammar or the vocabulary. It is the experience you create with it, the conversations, the connections, the emotions you share. English is not only words, it is an experience. But Starbucks also faced problems. Some people criticized it for being too expensive. Others said it was too big, too powerful, destroying small local cafes. During the 2008 financial crisis, Starbucks even had to close many stores. It lost money. It looked like the dream might be over. But Howard Schultz returned as CEO. He made changes. He closed weak stores, improved training, and brought back focus on quality and customer connection. Slowly, Starbucks recovered. This teaches another lesson. Every journey has problems. Your English journey too. You will have times when you feel stuck, when you lose motivation, when you think about giving up. But problems are not the end. They are part of the path. Today, Starbucks has more than 30,000 stores in over 80 countries. It is one of the most recognized brands in the world. Its logo is everywhere. Its drinks have become part of daily life for millions of people. But never forget, it started with 3 men in a small shop, then 1 man with a vision. Then persistence, growth, and adaptation, from one small shop to the world. Lessons for English learners. Let us pause and connect Starbucks' journey to yours. Start small. Starbucks began with beans, not cafes. You can begin with words, not speeches. Have a vision. Schultz saw more than coffee. See more than exams. See connection, culture, life in English. Accept rejection. People said no to Schultz. People may doubt you. Keep going. Make English part of life. Starbucks became a third place. Make English part of your daily routine. Reading, listening, speaking. Overcome challenges. Starbucks faced crises but adapted. You too can recover after mistakes and continue. So, my friend, when you see a Starbucks, remember the story. Remember the small shop. Remember the young man with a vision. Remember the rejections, the risks, the failures, and the recovery. And then connect it to yourself. Your English may feel small now. Maybe you only know a few words. Maybe you only understand slow speech. But like Starbucks, if you keep your vision, if you keep growing, if you make English part of your daily life, one day your English will also be global. From one small word to the world. Thank you for listening to the Gentle English podcast. And always remember, your journey may begin small, but your dream can grow as big as you allow it to.